Hello student, good morning all of you. In last YouTube lecture, I am discussed with you classification of chromatography. Then in this topic we study in detail paper chromatography and thin layer chromatography. In case of paper chromatography, we study following points. First point is the principle of paper chromatography. Second one, types of filter papers. Third is the methodology of paper chromatography. In case of methodology, it involves 5 unit operations. Then first is the sample loading. Second one, choice of solvent. Third is the development of chromatography paper. And fourth is the, then depending on the direction of solvent flow, paper chromatography classified into again 3 types. Ascending chromatography, this type of the paper chromatography. Ascending paper chromatography, descending paper chromatography, radial or circular paper chromatography. This classification based on the flow of the solvent. Then fourth is the location of the spot, and last one is the determination of RF value. Here RF value is nothing but distance moved by solute divided by distance moved by solvent front. Then last point in the paper chromatography is the applications of paper chromatography and advantages and disadvantages of paper chromatography. Then these points are explained under the unit paper chromatography. Then I am discussing with you one by one. Then first we study here principle of paper chromatography. In case of paper chromatography, stationary phase is the liquid held to filter paper, and mobile phase is also a liquid which moves over stationary liquid phase. So it belongs to liquid type chromatography. Then what is the principle of paper chromatography? Here partition of solutes between two liquid phases occurs. As the solutes of analyte are carried forward, they get partitioned repeatedly between two liquid phases in a ratio characteristic to their K value. K means partition coefficient value. Components which are more soluble in stationary phase, that is the higher partition coefficient, lag behind, while those with the greater solubility in mobile phase, that is the smaller partition coefficient, more move faster. The differential movement leads to their separation. It separates only those solutes differing in partition coefficient value. This is the principle of paper chromatography. Means this principle depends upon the partition different in the partition coefficient value. One solute have higher partition coefficient and another solute have lower or smaller partition coefficient. Means different partition coefficient is the main principle of the paper chromatography. Then after principle, I am discussing with you types of filter papers and treatment. Here a filter paper is closely knit sheet of cellulose fibers. These fibers absorb and hold water molecules strongly, so cannot be eliminated completely even at higher temperature. The water content of paper ranges between 115 to 190%. Aqueous atmosphere separates cellulose filters with water, forming a continuous aqueous film which acts as a stationary liquid phase. Filter paper only provides mechanical support to the fragile aqueous phase. The quantity of separation and purity of sample depends much on quality of paper. Varieties of paper having slow, medium and fast running characters are available. Because of uniform flow rate, grain size and texture, Whatman paper number 1 is commonly used. Means Whatman paper number 1 is used for a paper chromatography. In normal phase chromatography, non-aqueous organic phase moves over aqueous phase held stationary by the paper. In reverse phase chromatography, organic phase is held stationary to the paper and aqueous mobile phase moves over. It is useful to separate fatty acids, lipids, etc. Although paper can be directly used, sometimes the paper is acid washed to get rid of traces impurity. Then further we study here methodology. Methodology, it involves 5 unit operation. First is the sample loading, means how sample is loaded. The paper cut to required size. It is exposed to aqueous phase in a closed chamber. This helps to saturate it with aqueous phase by filling in the gaps, forming a continuous aqueous phase. Only now it is ready to use. Means Whatman filter paper kept in closed chambers for saturate it with aqueous phase. A reference line drawn at about 3 cm from the edge of the paper and the position of loading are marked using a pencil. At the opposite end, front line is drawn. The analyte sample is taken in a fine capillary and loaded as a thin line or spot 5 mm. Repeat the spot twice or thrice after drying it each time. This is the sample loading. Then second one is the choice of the solvent. Which solvent is used for paper chromatography? Here, pure organic solvent can be used directly as they are non-polar, fail to separate polar solutes. Further on shaking with water, they retain very little water, but water retention and hence polarity is increased by including an acid HCl, acetic acid, formic acid, etc. or base ammonia pyridine or complexation agent as a third component, so they are called as a solvent system and not as a solvent. In definite proportion, three liquids, water, organic solvent and acid base chelating agent are taken in separating funnel. After thorough mixing, organic and aqueous phase are separated. Aqueous phase is used to saturate paper and organic phase for development. However, the choice of solvent system slowly depends on the nature of solute in the analyte. Some popular solvent systems are listed here. I am showing the table for this uh, solvent system here. Solvent system and spraying reagent. Then first compound is the amino acid. Then solvent system is the butanol, pyridine plus water and spraying reagent a ninhydrin. Then second solvent system methanol, pyridine, water. Spraying reagent is the ninhydrin. Third one is the butanol, acetic acid, water. Percentage 40 as to 10 as to 15. Then next is the phenol, water. Phenol 80% and water is the 20%. And spraying reagent is the ninhydrin reagent. Then second compound is the carbohydrate, monodisaccharides, carbohydrates. Then here butanol, solvent system is the butanol, acetic acid, water and spraying reagent is the ammonical AgNO3, that is silver nitrate. Then second is the 2-propanol pyridine water 8 as to 8 as to 4 as to 1 and spraying reagent is the alkaline KMnO4. Then third one is the chromophiles and carotenoids or metal ions. These are the compounds, means your compound containing chlorophylls or carotenoids or metal ions. Then solvent system may be used as a propanol petroleum ether or chloroform petroleum ether or ethanol HCl. Here ethanol 90% and HCl is the 10% and spraying reagent is the rubenic acid and ammonia. Then in your practical, this spraying reagent rubenic acid and ammonia may be used and you can prepare in practical metal ions. This is the solvent system and spraying reagent in chromatography. Then after solvent system, here third application is the development. Then in case of development, the analyte loaded paper is further saturated by hanging it above the solvent phase taken in chromatography jar or chamber. Now the paper is developed by running mobile phase over it. Depending on the direction of solvent flow, this chromatography classified into three types. First is the ascending chromatography, second one is the descending chromatography, and third one is the radial chromatography. Then I am this type showing in the diagram here: ascending chromatography, descending chromatography, and radial chromatography. Here chromatography jar, then paper strip, point of application, reference line, and solvent is taken in a chromatography jar. Then first is the saturation of paper. Here diagram A shows saturation of paper, means paper is drawn into chromatography chamber and is saturated by the solvent. Then B, here diagram B is the example of ascending chromatography. Ascending means upward direction. Then diagram C, here solvent boat is above the chromatography paper jar. Then paper strip, here solvent move in downward direction. Therefore this diagram C is the example of a descending chromatography. And diagram D is the radial or circular chromatography. Here Whatman paper is in radial form, not in strip. Then here paper roll and solvent. This is the diagram D is the radial chromatography. Therefore these three are the types depending upon the solvent move. One solvent move in direction B, diagram B, solvent move upward direction. Therefore this is the diagram of ascending chromatography. In case of diagram C, solvent move downward direction, therefore descending chromatography. And in diagram D, roll of paper, therefore this is the circular or a radial chromatography. These are the three types, depends upon the solvent flow. In case of ascending paper chromatography, the paper is dipped in the solvent, keeping the reference line just above the solvent level. The mobile phase ascends or move upward by capillary action. The flow rate is slow, take longer time, but gives a better solution. This is the diagram in B. Then in case of descending chromatography, keeping the reference line out of the solvent tray, the paper is hanged down. Now solvent is slowly taken into tray. The mobile phase descends or moves downward in diagram C. The flow rate is the fast, separation completes quickly as it good if solutes differ largely in K values, partition coefficient values. If required separation is not attained, solvent front is left to run off the end of the paper. Then diagram D is the radial or circular chromatography. The mobile phase move laterally from the center. The paper is held in horizontal position and solvent is contracted by a vertically placed paper roll. This is showing in the diagram D. As the mobile phase moves over the stationary phase, partition of solute takes place and separates them into a discrete bonds or discussed earlier. To get good separation, avoid drying of the paper and extraction of the solutes into solvent, that keep away the reference line from solvent phase. The next is the location of spot. This is the fourth unit, location of the spots. When the solvent front reaches the required distance, the paper is removed and dried. And if separated solutes of the analyte are controlled, they are visualized directly. But to visualize colorless solute, appropriate reagent is sprayed. The reagent reacts with solute molecules forming colored product. So area corresponding to the solute appear a colored spot. A variety of sensitive spraying reagent are available, that is ninhydrin, rubenic acid, ammonia, etc. The different solutes, a suitable choice is to be made. And last one is the determination of RF value. Here determination of RF value, the ratio of distance moved by solute to the distance moved by the solvent front is called as the RF value. RF means relative flow or simply rate of flow. It is denoted by letter RF, and under standard condition it reflects the distribution coefficient. Thank you for listening.